Welcome back to the channel. Just got a bit of dirt there on the screen. Something funny a minute ago. I ate one of these. It's a walnut whip, but without the walnut in. So it's just a whip, and it's got all this cream inside. Well, it's like cream. So I ate that, and I swung round, and I've already started to do the video before. And I'm looking at the screen, and it suddenly dawns on me I've got white cream stuck on all my lips there. It looked a bit embarrassing, so I just thought I'd share that with you because it was funny. Anyway, we're going to do a review. This is a kit I got from Telford. It was exceptional value. They were selling these, I think they'd knocked them right down to what was it I paid? $11.99. You'll see in a minute. So let's go over to the bench and have a look at this kit. So we're reviewing the Dodge Viper SRT 10 ACR. They were selling these at an incredible price, reduced from $22.99 down to $11.99. They'd got a whole stack of different cars. This was the only one of this type in that stack. I had picked up a Lamborghini. As soon as I clapped eyes on this, I put the Lamborghini down and grabbed this one before anyone else could. It is a stunning looking vehicle in my opinion. I normally don't, or I'm not that keen on doing plain vehicles, if that makes sense, just one colour, no decaling or anything like that. This one I'll make an exception for. We have got a bit of detailing with the stripe and the black through the middle, which I do like, and we'll see how it goes together. It's going to be built almost straight away. As soon as I've finished doing this review, I'm going to start building it, and hopefully I'll be able to get updates out to you. If you go on to, let me check, UMP, you want to go to, I'm sorry, I'm just over on my computer. You want to go to International Scale Modeler. I'm just checking the address for you now. Oh, would help. There we go, International Scale Modeler. And you can either go, no, it won't be on the Facebook page. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it in their forum. So the forum needs, so sure, let me just airfix. Where are you? There you are, International Scale Modeler. So the website address you're looking for is www.intscalemodeler.com. So it's INT Scale Modeler, all one word. So you put in INT Scale Modeler, all no gaps, no nothing, all one word, .com. That will take you to the International Scale Modeler homepage. If you remember, you just need to go down, and I'm guessing I will be putting it in road vehicles. Scroll down, you're looking for road vehicles, and it will be going in that section there. Yes, excellent. If you're not a member, it's free to join. There's a whole wealth of information on that website. I highly recommend you sign up, and you know, you've got a variable, unending knowledge on all different aspects of modelling. It's very worthwhile joining. Anyway, that said, we'll have a little look at the box art now. So we've got we've got some what it should look like, some various other kits that they do. I quite like the idea of doing the well, I call it the Passion Wagon. I'm not sure what it was. Is that 2CV? Yeah, crikey, I remember my neighbour over the road had one of those when I was little. Anyway, nothing really much else to look at. It's a 1/25th scale, 18.1 centimeters when it's built. It's kit number 07079 or 07079, and it's a skill level 4. Revell have 5 skill levels, 5 being the hardest, 1 being the easiest, and this is a number 4. That said, let's open the box. It's a side opening box. I don't like side opening boxes, they don't stack very well, they get crushed at the ends and sometimes kit gets damaged, but that said, there's nothing they can do about it. Well, they could, I couldn't. Let's just pull it all out. The kit, that is. Oh. Pop that there. So we're going to, now is it, it looks to be all in one bag, but then they've bagged things up separately in the bag, so that's good. It used to be they'd just put everything in one bag and that was it, but they have re-bagged things up. So we're going to have a look at the instructions first. I didn't see, bear with me a second. Right, the instructions. So a little bit of history on the Dodge Viper, the model Dodge Viper. It originally started out with AMT, and that was in 1992. So 1992, it was a new kit. It came out. It's had various reboxings under AMT, and it's had some new tooling done in 1993, so it must have had some new stuff added. New parts were added, 1995, and it's just had a long history with Revell of reboxing. It's had new parts added twice, once in 95 and again in 2011. This is the latest boxing of this kit. It was reboxed 2013, had a new box and also had a not a starter set, but a kit set made out of it as well. So this is the latest version that's out as of now. So with that said, we've got a little bit of history on the front. Now in here, I know the decals are in here somewhere. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Right, so there's the paper anyway. So general gibberish and stuff here. Don't stick your head in a microwave oven with tin foil on, and so on. Oh, we've got two, because there's obviously another colour version there. Ferrari red and black gloss. Unless that refers to the black and red stripe. I'm not sure. There's a, I think there's a red, okay, yeah, there's a red and black version by the looks of it. Right, so we've got our decal map there. So some people like to check everything before they start, make sure they've got all the bits. I sometimes do that depending on what state the kit's in. I normally look through all the sprues at the very least, but I've never matched them one to one on the guide before now. It carries on over here, we've got some more there. So so let's begin. So we've got step one, we're putting the two engine halves together, crankcase is it called, and then we've got the main engine bits going on there, cylinder head, etc. I'm guessing, yeah, it all comes together here. Sump at the bottom, rocker cover things there, manifold, exhaust manifolds going on, and belts at the front. And then we've got what appears to be the suspension, I think, going on. Swing arm suspension, something going on there anyway, and something going on there as well. Then we've got we've got something going on. I'm not very good with these cars, I don't know the parts or anything. Wheel arches, that's something I can get behind. We've got wheel arches there, we've got suspensions going in here, and drive shaft, that was the word I was looking for. All going into the bottom plate, the footwells and things like that. We've got brake discs and brake pads and everything going on. It's all coming together here. This looks like a radiator going together here. A twin fan radiator, if that's to be, yep. And then we've got, that looks a bit like an airbox going on there. We'll see in a minute whether I'm right. Yeah, it's some sort of air filter by the looks of it. Tyres going on. Very good, very good. Don't glue your tyres, it's saying. And there's a metal pin going through to hold this all together by the looks of it. Tyres and wheels going on, seats going in. We've got the racing style seats going in, sort of like a firewall going in there, and then we've got some decals going in the engine bay by the looks of it. I think internal door cards, seats going in. Then we've got the dashboard. There's two different versions, so beware of that. Then that all comes down onto the engine bottom. Here we're doing windscreen pieces and doing the black around the windscreens. Various lights and fitments going in here. More sort of lenses, front light reflectors. The front windshield, that's going in there. I'm not sure what this bit is here, but it's going in. It depends on which version you're doing. Rear bumper and lights going on. Rear windshield going in. Again, watch what version you're doing, because there will be a difference in decaling and maybe colouring. Hood going on. Hood, God, I'm not American, I'm British. Bonnet, the bonnet is going on, the hood is going on for our American friends, and this looks to me as though it might be one that can be opened to display the engine beneath, which would be very nice if that's the case. And then the top shell goes on. We've got some side skirts going on there. Yeah, we've got side skirts going on. Wing mirrors on the side. The rear airfoil goes down, and then we come to the decaling. That's quite a lot of decals listed there. Oh, it's optional, so you've got to pick one, I'm guessing. Yeah. And then you've got your alternate colour version here, which is black and red with a black stripe there. I much prefer the white and the black down the middle with the red stripe. That's the one I shall be doing. So that's the Destructions decals. So we've got a little bit of carbon fibre there. Interestingly, for the first time we seem to have decals for the brakes. I've never seen that done before on a model car. A range of licence plates. Yep, there's the British one, number 75 and 76. This looks to be the red stripe that goes over the middle of the car. I've got a feeling I'll be painting that. That's got to be easier than putting them on. We'll see. And then we've got all these little tiny instrument panel and engine bay details. It's very good. I'm going to bring it up so you can have a closer look. So I'm just going to let me actually try and zoom in a little bit. And I'll take you on a tour of the decal sheet. Isn't it exciting? There are no corners cut here, nothing but the best on this channel. I'm kidding. There we go. There's them brake disc sort of things I was on about. I don't know whether I shall stick with them. There's the carbon fibre for the wings, the rear wing. That's where I'm guessing it goes. More number plates, and there's the black and red at the bottom there. So we will decide which one we're going to use. And then we've got them in there. Did you? Then they look to be okay. The decals, they're not overly glossy. They're glossy where they need to be. The stripe is a bit glossier than some of the other areas, but we will wait and see on that. There we go, let's put them there so we can start looking at the kit. What did I do with it? Right, here we go. So as I said, everything's bagged in one bag, and then it's all bagged in another bag. Bag in a bag in a bag in a box. So we'll take just one of these bags first. We'll take this one. Now, first up we've got the hood, bonnet, engine bay cover, whatever you want to call it. Zoom out a little bit. It's a shame they're not cut out. I thought they were going to be cut out. They look like they're supposed to be cut out in I don't know how difficult that would be to do. I don't know. That's a bit of a disappointment, but maybe I could cut them out. I don't know. There we go. So we'll see. And on the other, there's nothing much on the other side. The hinge, that I'm guessing is the reason why it you open and you can open and close it. Now these, oh dear Lord, the brake. Right, these are the brakes. They're not very good. That's why they've got decals. Got the brake pad on the side. Definitely not the best I've seen. Then we've got what appears to be maybe the front bottom, the end of the sort of front bumper, and obviously part of the suspension there. And then I don't know what these are. They're obviously some sort of cap or something that goes on. Then we come to, I think these are engine parts. Got a little bit of detail on this one here. You can see that here. Got a bit of detail in the way of a Viper logo. And then we've got a twin fan on here, which will probably take a wash once it's been done. There we go. Engine components. Sorry about the white plastic catching in there, getting washed out. Nice mould. No flash at the moment, which is good because they're quite intricate little pieces there. These look to be the skirts that go on the sides. No detail really, but then there isn't none on a car. That's one of the parts of the rear wing. Oh, come on, go in there please. Yeah. We'll put that there. Let's look at this one. Oh, this is in a... So it reminds me of these old AMT kits, the white plastic. I'm not a fan of this type of plastic at all. I've put kits together like it though, and there's been no problem, but I'm just not a fan. This is the rear window and boot. Or trunk as you call it in America, although a trunk is what elephants have, or what you pack clothes in. So it's for a number plate or license plate, as I think it's called in America. There we go. Front bumper. Not a lot to see really at the moment. That's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean the kit's rubbish. Most car kits, there's not a lot to see on them when they're in this state. So we've got a bit of the engine bay here. You can see some of the sort of boxes and bottles and fuse boxes and so on. So these will all paint up, and then there'll be some decaling going on. We've got the centre console here where the gear shift will go, and the driving, the steering wheel and everything else will slot in there. We'll probably come across that in a minute. Seats and that to come in. Little bits of little bit of texture detail there, I think. Not a great deal, but a little bit. And yes, you can see there's a tiny bit of detail on the where the gear stick goes. Just in there, you can see it's got that leather sort of bag type thing that fits over the base of the gear stick. Here we've got the seats and internal door cards. So that would be a speaker where that orange bit is. A little, no, I was going to say a little bit of texture detail. There is on where the speakers go. You've got a little bit of detail. I don't know if you can pick that up. It's there though. I am not seeing things. I'm going to try to get it so that you can see it. Let's see how close I can get this to go. There, you can see it. Knew I'd do it. And then you've got your seats. Might need a, don't know whether these would have a flocking on them or not. And that's the back of the seats there. They're all on small sprues, so we've got exhaust manifolds here, and the timing belt and all that will fit on there. That will be a nightmare to paint. And then more engine parts. Nothing to worry about on the back sides of them. Sprue gates are fairly small. Oh, and we've got a little bit of writing on the I'm not sure exactly which part of the engine they are. It's the cover that goes over the top, but I don't know if you can just make out. Let me bring that right up close and try and tilt that away. There it is, Viper. It says Viper just along there. There we go. Yeah, we got a little bit of, I don't know, and then we've got our crankcase, our twin exhaust system. So let's just zoom back out a little bit. So this is our one side of the exhaust, the other side of the exhaust. I'm not sure what these are for. They look a bit like the poly caps, but they're not quite the same. Then we've got a lot of detail on the gearbox and engine cover. That will certainly take a good wash over that, and a good engine wash will make that stand out something nice. And done properly, you could end up with a very nice engine detail in this car. I'll try and pop that back in there. There we go. Just back. Did we open this one? No, we didn't. Quite a lot of plastic in here, I will say. Whether it's an illusion just because they're all in separate sprues and separate bags, I don't know. So we've got our radiator here with a single fan. Thought it was a double fan, but it's a single fan. There we go. There you can see the lines on the radiator there. So our steering wheel, which will have some sort of detail on it. The column with the indicator stalks. I'm not sure what this bit's for here, but it will become evident at some point. I'm guessing that's the gear stick. Where are we there? This is something to do with all that. I'm not sure what these are. We've got the pedals here. This is the dashboard. So there's a lot of detail going on there. Let's bring it in. A lot of detail that can be worked upon. Washes, dry brushing, whatever your technique is. This is where you'd use it. The floor pans, where everything sits in. Part of the rear suspension, part of the front suspension as well. We've got detail on the bottom, as you would see on the car. That's true representation. More parts of the base, the rear. We've got wheel arches, suspension arms, timing belt. It's all there. Let's have a look on the other side. the suspension arms or rear suspension. That'll be they look quite nice when they're done properly. And then we've got more suspension parts and steering elements. These steering arms, I guess. I'm not quite sure. These are all items, I'm not sure what they are. There we have it. Let's pop them back. Put that one in there. Oh dear, doesn't want to go in the bag. There we go. And finally, yes, it has arrived. So, look at the chrome first. Although the chrome's always going to be the same. I haven't decided yet whether I'm not going to take these out of the bag because I don't want them getting all scuffed, but they look okay. I don't know, there's not a lot of chrome on this, so I might just leave it. I certainly won't bleach the light elements because they do look all shiny and chrome, and I won't bleach these mirror elements either. So I don't know, I'm probably just going to leave the wheels alone. I was no nearer the time, but they look fine. There's a bit of detail on, and I think they've got some lettering SRT, I think it says on each wheel. Not certain, but let me don't know if anyone can see it. There it is. Looks as though it's SRT, but there we go, that's the chrome. Let's have a quick look at the tyres. The tyres are very stiff. You can bend them a bit, but they're likely to, they're not soft rubber, it's very hard. There's a tread on there, no seam line. That's just part of the tread in the middle there. They're very thin, and like I say, they're not very nice. They're not rubber, I wouldn't think. I don't know what they're made of, but they're a different material to what I've used before. So I really don't know what they are. They're very thin. They almost feel like cardboard. I don't know. If anyone else has got an idea, let me know. I'm not going to take the brake lens covers out. They're easy enough to see. And I'm also not going to take out the pins for the wheels because they'll get lost. And we're just going to look at the profile of the car itself. So there we go. It's quite a squat little car, so it's quite narrow, as you can see, side on. It is only at its widest, I would say, maybe 1.25 inches, and at its length it's about 6 inches, 6 inches 3/4, 6 3/4 inches long, and width at its widest is probably going to be a shade under 3 inches, so not a mass amount of detail. There's a little bit on the front there where the grill is, where your sort of air vents would be. Little bit of texture in the boot, but apart from that, there's not a lot going on. There's no flash. I haven't seen any flash, so it's quite pleasing. It's not too sharp. I haven't come across any areas which need sanding down. I will still go over it and do that, but I've got to say it looks okay. Yeah, it looks fine. I mean, there's not a lot you can say about cars like this, because they come out, they're just plain plastic. We've got a slight panel line where the door is, so that would hold a wash, that's not a problem. A little bit of detail on the rear section just there where it looks as like an indicator might go, but generally nothing else to see. So there we have it. That's my review on the Dodge Viper SR, what was I say it was? SRT 10 ACR. I don't know what that stands for. Maybe somebody can inform us below. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a thumbs up. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.